I'm curious, have you hired to your values? How do you evaluate if a potential new hire will align with the core beliefs and behaviors that you think are essential for CampusLogic?
Yeah, we don't always get this right, but when we've let people go, almost entirely, when you think about it, it's because there's a values miss. Very rarely, in fact, I can't think of a single time where we let someone go because they weren't smart enough, and so it's not usually intellect. And, one of our values is about effort, but I would say very rarely have we ever let someone go because of effort. It's because of something else. Like, uh, if you're a jerk, like if there's toxic behavior, that doesn't happen here. It doesn't persist here, and so it is hard. And whenever you let people go, almost entirely you realize there was something in their behavior that just didn't fit with what we're doing. And behaviors, again, are values, and so it was a miss in the hiring process. So what we've tried to do is we've tried to create a set of questions that get to the values, but recognizing that values are behaviors, using behavioral interviewing is obviously a core technique in getting to how people work and how people behave. So questions like, and there's a lot been written about behavioral interviewing, but tell me about a time when the outcome for a particular project or assignment wasn't clear, and what did you do in that situation? And if you're trying to get to the behavior, that might be a question you might ask if you're trying to get to the value of resilience or something like that, or or initiative or innovation or something like that. But you need to develop a set of questions that get to the specific behaviors you're trying to get to with your values, and then have people describe experiences that they've had or done historically. And when you do reference check, make sure you're reference checking against those stories and against those values and behaviors, so that you're trying to get a holistic picture. And then if you have concerns in the interview process about a particular set of values, I think it's really helpful to tell the candidate, hey, I just don't know enough about you to feel comfortable on this particular value. And if or something you said doesn't resonate, and if people get defensive in that conversation, it's probably evidence that might not work out. But usually people want you to, people that have strong values that will align with what you have, almost always they want to lean into that conversation too, because like, we want to show up where we belong. We want to feel like we belong and fit in, where people share my own values as well. So I do think that you get at this through questions and reference checks, but you have to be pretty intentional about the questions that you ask.